Hello, SIDECREW. Thank you very much for joining me. This is TLC. I am TLC, and we are on the side with TLC. However you got here, thanks. Thanks for joining me. And hopefully you've got that subscribe button pushed and then your notifications to all. So you too can partake in this wonderful energy when I shoot out these videos and give you some tips and tricks on health, nutrition, mindful living, all sorts of stuff. Tea, there will be some tea out there. And I have some other projects going on, so just check on my channel. You know, there is a project right now, so check on the playlist. You'll see that other project I'm working on. And now you will realize too why this is on the side. I have so many other things going on. Cooking is one of my passions. And as I have been through a journey the last year and a half of being on a really restrictive diet, I have tried so many products, so many recipes, and I'm hoping to share my knowledge with you so you don't have to buy all those crappy products and waste your money like I did. So hopefully I'm gonna give you some tips. One of the things is spices. Spices are really important with this diet because sometimes you're just dealing with maybe 5 different vegetables. Yes, vegetables are delicious, but unless, unfortunately, you've been able to get some really good vegetables, I'm talking some really good farm-raised vegetables, you know, our food needs a little help these days. France, which I'm hoping to bring my sister-in-law on once, I will show you pictures of some of their vegetables that they just have lying in the grocery stores. It's nothing like ours. So we need a little bit of help in the spice in the cupboard. Where the magic happens. So let me show you a few things. One, you know, if you have seen my last video, join me on my challenge. I challenge you, if you haven't already, cut the dairy out. Just get rid of the dairy. You don't need it. There are so many other options for dairy. And let me tell you, I am a dairy lover. I love cheese. Oh my gosh, cheese is my favorite. I mean, France, cheese, bread, oh my gosh. Gluten and lactose, 2 of the things I had to cut out of my diet. Do I miss them? Heck yeah, I miss them. But I feel so much better. So I've given a little and I've gained a lot. That's the way my perspective is in all of this nutritional journey. You've given up a little, but you got a lot. So one thing that has gone out was the cheese, and really dairy stopped in my diet about 15 years ago, so it was nothing really new. But what I'd added is great nutritional items. Have you guys seen this? This is a product that I got very familiar with day one of the diet, and this is a substitution for something that is similar to a cheese. It's sort of a nutty kind of flavor. As you see, it's flakes. You put it up in your spice cupboard and it lasts for a really long time. I'm not going to tell you all the wonderful nutritional aspects of it, but it is by Bragg's. You know, they're the ones who make the apple cider vinegar. Usually can find this in your health section. Sneak this into your kids' food too. So as you see, there's not a lot of it. Miranda, honestly, Onaker, give her a sub. She said her daughter loves butter noodles. So the other day I was watching her and oh my goodness, that got me on a kick. So I took some gluten-free noodles out, spaghetti noodles, took some of my vegan butter, chopped up some garlic, salt and pepper, herbes de Provence, that's another thing, and this. It's delicious. Put it on your baked potatoes. Throw some mixed vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, add some of this on there, sprinkle. It's like a little cheese instead of, you know, the cheese. Put it in your soups. You can add some to your soups. It's a really good, you'll see, I'll be cooking with something. So if you want, you might want to pick this up because that will be in some of the recipes that I'll be cooking with. It's yummy. Bang for your buck. Hide it in your kids' foods. Hide it. It's really simple, you can do it. So another thing, I did mention herbes de Provence. That is one of a staple, especially in this Come family. So if you don't have herbes de Provence, really get herbes de Provence. It's salt, pepper, herbes de Provence. Those are your 3 things, right? Okay. So another wonderful spice. I picked up at Trader Joe's, chili and lime. I put this on my tortilla chips, which is great because when you have your gluten-free tortilla chips, sometimes they lack a little bit. So I put some garlic salt and put this. I put this on my French fries, because I do get to make a lot of French fries. So this is yummy. You put it in your, I use Beyond Meat, some of the artificial meats. I put this in some of my meats to make like taco seasoning. So this is an all around to keep in your cupboard. So when you need that little chili kind of spicy lime chili flavor, great. Okay, I will say too, with this being my caveat, if you're going to any of these stores and you see one of these items on the last in your cupboard, you better call me, because that's what always happens. I seem to tell my friends about these wonderful things, and then, you know, like restaurants. I can't ever get into my favorite restaurant after I seem to put the word out. So save that last item for me. Okay, fun item. I know it looks funky, doesn't it? It is sort of funky. You can see. If you have a lot of rice, if you're eating rice dishes and stir fries, this is just a fun little additive. It has some sesame, some seaweed, dried seaweed with some salt in it. So it has a little sweet flavor and a salty flavor. And it's fun to just add a little bit to your noodles. It's a great little product. The Asian section in your grocery stores, a little perfect. Talking about, you should see. Soy is not a real good product. We know it's been coming out more and more common that try to stay away from soy. Cocoa aminos, this replaces your soy sauce. And I use this in a lot of different sauces that I make. This is good replacement, so if you want to get rid of the soy sauce, get that. Again, grocery store item. Okay. Ginger turmeric. People like ginger turmeric. These are probably two of my favorite inflammatory tummy kind of ingredients. This gives it to you in one bottle. You don't really have to go get it. Okay, so it looks a little like Vegemite. And it doesn't, it has a little funky funk too. But it's so good for you. So if you are making a stir fry for the evening and you don't want to put a lot of teriyaki in a lot of the sauces, just put a little bit of this in with your vegetables and your rice. And it's so absolutely yummy, and it's good for you. It helps really, again, inflammation in the body. So it's a great way to add that turmeric in your body if you need it. And the last thing I'm going to show you tonight, balsamic glaze. This is one of my favorite items. I love this. So I put this on my capreses, you know, a little bit of my fake little mozzarella, basil, tomatoes, a little bit of this. I really try to stay away from oils. I have an SOS diet, so I try to stay away from the sugars, oils, and salts. I've gotten into it. That's why I'm getting back off the sugars for a while, for 2 weeks for my challenge. These kinds of ingredients help that sweet kind of craving that I will have when I get rid of the sugars. So these with, gosh, have you ever had balsamic and strawberries? Or how about balsamic, watermelon, and arugula salad? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm what, Pavlov's dog? It's like balsamic, but it's thicker and it's stronger. So it's yummy. Well, those are some of my products, some of my go-tos, I should say, in my cupboard. Comment in the section below if you have some fun products that you like to use that are your go-tos. I'd love to hear about them. And I will be going through not only Ralph's, going through all the sections, showing you the health section, maybe some of the more traditional aisles that you would not even realize, some of your coconut milks, some of your spices, your nutritional yeast. They have these things hidden in weird places. So I'm gonna go and help you. And I'm also gonna go to an Asian store. I think you might have heard this. I'm gonna hook you up with what rice to use, what noodles to use, what sauces to use, and what vegetables to use, and when to use them. I don't know a lot about the varieties of rices. I know white rice, I know brown rice, I do know sprouted rices now, but gosh, I don't know about the rest of it. So I hope you join me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this and sharing information with you, and that's what it's all about, is sharing information. So please write in the comments if you have some special tips and tricks. And maybe one day, you know what? Come join me. I'd like to have you on. We'll cook together, okay? So if you want to do that, let's cook together. All right. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.